we are covering the specific timeline for United States Air Force Academy cadets as it relates to the AFOQT and rated selection boards. On the AFOQT, you might see questions that test your understanding of this process, not as a simple date memorization, but through situational judgment scenarios. For instance, a question could describe a cadet at a particular point in their USAFA career and ask for the most critical upcoming step for a pilot application. Understanding this timeline is key to selecting the correct answer. The most critical period for a USAFA cadet targeting a rated career is their firstie or senior year. This is when they will take the AFOQT that counts for their rated application board. While cadets may take it earlier for practice, the score of record is typically from this senior year administration. A common exam trap is to confuse the USAFA timeline with the ROTC or Officer Training School process. ROTC cadets, for example, often take the AFOQT for the first time during their sophomore year and must pass it by their junior year. Academy cadets are on a different, more consolidated timeline for their official rated selection. The rated selection board at the Academy looks at the whole person, not just a single test score. The board heavily weighs AFOQT results, but also considers a cadet's grade point average, their overall military performance throughout their time at the Academy, and demonstrated leadership qualities. For those aspiring to be pilots, combat systems officers, or other rated positions, this holistic review is crucial. For example, a question might ask you to identify the non-testing factors considered by a rated board, and you'd need to know that GPA and military performance are part of that equation. For pilot applicants specifically, there are two other critical components: the Test of Basic Aviation Skills, or TBAS, and the resulting Pilot Candidate Selection Method, or PCSM score. The TBAS is a computer-based test measuring psychomotor skills, spatial abilities, and multitasking aptitude. This score is combined with the AFOQT Pilot Composite Score and any logged flying hours to create the PCSM score. An exam question could present a scenario where a cadet has a strong AFOQT score but a weak PCSM score, and ask what factor, besides retesting, could improve their standing. The answer would relate to accumulating more flight hours up to a certain point. A key feature of the USAFA timeline is that the final pilot slot allocations are announced very shortly before graduation. This creates a high-pressure environment during the firstie year, as cadets complete their final academic requirements while their career fate is being decided. It's also important to note that a significant number of USAFA graduates are highly competitive for pilot slots right from the start. Many have high baseline AFOQT scores due to extensive preparation, even before their senior year. This is because the culture at the Academy fosters early and continuous preparation for these critical career milestones. To help you remember the key focus for USAFA cadets, use this phrase: firstie year is flight year. Finalize the AFOQT and conquer your fears. This connects the senior year directly to the finalization of the AFOQT for rated career selection. Understanding this specific commissioning source's timeline will give you an edge on AFOQT questions that test real-world process knowledge. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.